Chosen one, what I'm about to reveal will leave you speechless. If you're watching this, it's not by accident. God has led you here for a reason. Something extraordinary is about to unfold in your life. What if I told you that your financial struggles are over? That the abundance you've prayed for is no longer a distant dream, but is rushing toward you right now? Soon you will spend money like water, without fear, without limits, and without struggle. But this isn't just about money, it's about stepping into a new era of divine overflow, an era where everything shifts in your favor, where doors that were once locked swing wide open. But here's the catch, most people won't be ready for this transformation. Are you? Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to hear will change your life forever. Let's dive in. The era of struggle is over, a statement so powerful it shakes the very foundation of what most people believe about money and success. Society conditions us to think that financial hardship is unavoidable, that wealth is reserved for a select few, and that abundance comes only after years of relentless toil. But what if everything we've been taught about money is a lie? What if God is orchestrating a divine shift, breaking the chains of financial struggle? This isn't just an idea, it's a reality that is about to unfold in ways that will leave people speechless. The video makes a radical declaration. You will soon spend money like water. Let that sink in for a moment. This is not about scraping by or experiencing temporary relief. It's not about barely making ends meet or waiting for a breakthrough that never comes. No. This is a complete transformation where money flows effortlessly, where financial stress dissolves. Imagine what it means to spend money like water, never worrying about it, never questioning if you have enough, never living in fear of scarcity. This is the level of overflow that is coming. But here's the catch. It's not just about money. It's about freedom, the freedom to live without worry, to give generously, to chase dreams that once seemed impossible. The real gift is not wealth alone, it's the power, peace, and opportunities that come with it. One of the most compelling aspects of this message is the idea that the universe is aligning the stars for you. This means that every setback, every hardship, every painful moment has been leading you to this exact season. Nothing has been wasted. Everything has been preparation. The trials weren't punishments, they were tests, shaping you for what's coming. And now the moment has arrived. When divine timing is at play, things don't happen gradually, they happen suddenly. That's why the imagery of a floodgate opening is so crucial. Think about it. A floodgate doesn't leak open slowly. It bursts, releasing a force that cannot be stopped. When God releases financial overflow, it won't come in small, manageable amounts. It will pour in so fast that you won't even be able to contain it. The psychological pull of this message is undeniable. Financial struggle is one of the greatest burdens people carry. It keeps them up at night. It limits their potential. Imagine hearing that this cycle of scarcity is about to be broken forever. Hope is reignited. A new vision becomes possible. Suddenly, the idea of living freely without financial stress is no longer a fantasy. It's a divine promise that is being fulfilled. This is not just an uplifting message, it's a shift in belief. It's an invitation to break free from the mindset of lack and step into the flow of abundance that God has already set in motion. But here's the deeper question, the hidden challenge woven throughout the message. Are you truly ready to receive this? Because not everyone will be. Some will doubt, some will hesitate, some will dismiss this as impossible. But those who are aligned, those who believe, those who are ready to step into their divine inheritance, they will be the ones who experience the floodgates opening firsthand. This message isn't just about what's coming, it's about who will step up and claim it. Some will continue living the way they always have, trapped in a cycle of scarcity. But those who are awake, expectant, and aligned, They will step into a new financial reality, one where money is no longer a source of fear, but a tool for limitless opportunities. The floodgates are about to open, and nothing will ever be the same again. For years, you may have felt like you were walking through fire, enduring heartbreak, financial struggles, betrayals, and moments of despair where you questioned if you would ever see the light at the end of the tunnel. But what if every hardship, every setback, and every sleepless night was never meant to break you, but to prepare you? This is the revelation that changes everything. Your struggles were not punishments, they were divine preparation. Think of a diamond. At its core, it is nothing more than carbon, just like coal. But what separates coal from a diamond? Pressure. Intense, unrelenting, earth-crushing pressure. Without it, coal remains ordinary. But under the right conditions, it transforms into something priceless. Your hardships were the pressure molding you into something rare and extraordinary. Every loss, every betrayal, and every moment of uncertainty was shaping you. You are becoming the person who can handle the wealth, success, and blessings that are about to come. The kind of favor that is entering your life is not for those who crumble. It is for those who have been tested, refined, and strengthened through trials. It's easy to look at your past and wonder why things had to be so difficult, but instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" ask yourself, "What was this preparing me for?" The truth is, everything you went through was setting the foundation for what's about to happen. That job loss, it was teaching you that you were never meant to work for someone else. You were meant to build something greater. That failed relationship, it was clearing space for the right people to enter your life. That financial struggle, it was teaching you the discipline needed to manage the wealth that's on its way. Every setback was a setup. Every disappointment was a redirection. Every painful moment was part of a divine plan positioning you for something beyond what you ever imagined. And now, the shift is happening. The weight you once carried is being lifted. The struggles that felt endless are coming to a close. You have reached the threshold where everything changes, where you step into the reason for your suffering and finally see the reward for your endurance. What once felt like rejection will soon be recognized as protection. What once seemed like an unbearable test will now reveal itself as the groundwork for your breakthrough. You didn't just survive the struggle, you were strengthened by it. And now you are prepared for the abundance that's rushing toward you. The question is no longer, why did this happen? It is, are you ready to receive what has been prepared for you? Because when this transformation takes place, there will be no going back. Wealth is not something you fight for. It's not something you beg for. It's not even something you earn in the way the world has conditioned you to believe. Wealth is your birthright. If you are one of the chosen ones, financial overflow is not a possibility. It is a guarantee. This changes everything. The moment you shift from a mindset of struggle to a mindset of divine inheritance, the way you see money will never be the same again. You were never meant to scrape by, barely making ends meet, stressing over bills, and constantly worrying about your next financial step. You were designed for abundance. The wealth that is on its way to you is not something you have to chase. It is something that is already chasing you. The only thing that determines when it arrives is your alignment. This is where the paradigm shift begins. The world teaches that money is something you must work tirelessly for, grind for, suffer for. But what if the very system that keeps people exhausted and desperate was never meant for you? What if the way money moves in your life is not dictated by effort alone, but by divine favor? Think about it. The wealthiest people in history, Solomon, Abraham, Joseph, they didn't spend their lives toiling in endless labor. Their wealth came through positioning, divine timing, and favor. Joseph went from being a prisoner to second in command of all of Egypt overnight. Solomon was granted wisdom, and through that wisdom, his riches surpassed all the kings of his time. Their stories prove a fundamental truth. When God has ordained abundance over your life, no system, no circumstance, and no force can stop it. This means the days of believing that wealth is reserved for a select few are over. The moment you accept that financial overflow is your divine inheritance, everything changes. You no longer fear money. You no longer operate in scarcity. You no longer feel unworthy of abundance. You step into the knowing that your breakthrough is not a matter of if, but when. And when you truly grasp this, you stop stressing over timelines. The delay is not denial. The waiting season is not a punishment, it is preparation. The money you are destined to receive will not just be wealth, it will be wealth with purpose, wealth that comes with wisdom, responsibility, and the ability to multiply effortlessly. And here's the most important part. When money comes through divine favor, it stays. The world teaches that money is fleeting, unpredictable, and temporary. But when you receive wealth as part of your divine birthright, it flows in waves that never stop. This is why you will spend money like water, because the supply is endless. It is not about reckless spending, it is about living in a reality where financial stress no longer exists. Imagine waking up each morning knowing that whatever you need is already on its way. Imagine living in a state where your biggest financial decisions are not based on survival, but on expansion, on giving, on building, on creating generational blessings that will never run dry. This is what happens when you align with divine abundance. The world says wealth is rare, but for you, wealth is inevitable. The world says money is unpredictable, but for you, money is in constant overflow. So the question is no longer, can I become wealthy? The question is, am I ready to receive what is already mine? Because once you fully accept that financial abundance is your birthright, it will come to you faster than you ever imagined. The floodgates are opening. The inheritance that has been waiting for you is about to be released. Are you prepared to step into it? We live in a world that demands instant results, a world where success is measured by how quickly you can achieve your goals, how fast you can turn your dreams into reality. But here's the secret that most people miss. True, lasting abundance doesn't happen overnight. It unfolds in divine timing. The wealth that is coming to you is not delayed. It is being perfectly aligned. Every moment you've spent waiting, every season where you felt stuck, every opportunity that seemed to slip through your fingers, it was all part of a bigger plan. A plan that is orchestrating the exact moment when your financial breakthrough will be released. Many people mistake waiting for failure. They assume that because they don't see immediate results, it means their prayers have gone unanswered. But here's the truth. The delay is not denial. Just because you don't see the wealth right now doesn't mean it isn't coming. Think about a seed planted deep in the soil. When you first plant it, it looks like nothing is happening. You water it, nurture it, and still the ground looks the same, but beneath the surface, the roots are growing, the foundation is being set. And when the time is right, that seed will break through the soil and bloom. The same thing is happening in your financial life right now. You may feel like you've been working, striving, pushing forward, and still no breakthrough. But what if I told you that the money, the opportunities, and the abundance you've been waiting for are already in motion? What if I told you that every single setback, every closed door, and every moment of struggle was actually positioning you for something greater? What if your delay is really divine alignment? The reason you haven't seen your financial overflow yet isn't because you're not worthy of it. It's because God is setting things up in ways you can't yet see. Imagine if you received your wealth before you were fully prepared to handle it. Would you be ready? Many people think they are, but abundance requires wisdom, responsibility, and preparation. This is why divine timing is so important. It ensures that when your blessing comes, you are fully equipped to receive and sustain it. There are lessons you need to learn before your wealth arrives. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. The hardships you've faced have built resilience. The setbacks have strengthened your faith. Every trial has been a stepping stone, leading you closer to your financial breakthrough. And here's the part that most people miss. When money comes through divine alignment, it flows effortlessly. The struggle ends. You no longer feel like you're chasing opportunities. Opportunities start chasing you. This is why it's so crucial to trust the timing of your breakthrough. Rushing the process leads to frustration, but surrendering to it leads to overflow. You don't have to figure everything out. You don't have to stress over how it will happen. You just have to trust that it is already happening. Look back at your life. Think of all the times you thought you had lost something, only to realize later that it was making space for something better. Haven't you seen it before? A job you didn't get, only to be led to a better opportunity. A relationship that didn't work out, only to discover later that it was protecting you from heartbreak. The same principle applies to your finances. Every financial struggle you've endured was not a sign that you were failing. It was a sign that you were being molded into the person who could handle the wealth that is coming. Now, here's where it gets even more powerful. The moment you shift from doubt to trust, you accelerate your breakthrough. Fear slows things down. Faith speeds things up. When you stop questioning whether the money is coming and start acting like it's already on its way, you align yourself with divine flow. You step into a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity, and when you do that, everything begins to change. So here's what I want you to do right now. Stop worrying about the when. Stop stressing over the how. Your financial breakthrough is not a matter of if, it's only a matter of divine timing. And the moment the timing aligns, everything will change faster than you ever imagined. The floodgates are about to open. The wealth that is meant for you is already in motion. Are you ready to receive it? Imagine waking up every morning, knowing that you are no longer bound by financial constraints. No more stress over unpaid bills, no more hesitation before making a purchase, no more sacrifices to simply get by. Instead, you step into a reality where wealth flows freely, where money is no longer something you chase, but something that chases you. This is the powerful vision the video presents, a life where spending money is as natural as breathing. It's not about recklessness, but about living in a state of absolute confidence in divine provision. For so long, society has conditioned people to believe that financial freedom is reserved for the privileged few, the lucky, the well-connected, the ones who work the hardest. But this message challenges that belief entirely. What if wealth was not something you had to earn through endless struggle, but something that was meant to flow effortlessly into your life? What if financial security was your divine birthright, and all you had to do was align with it? This isn't about materialism. It's about shifting from a mindset of survival to a mindset of abundance. Imagine a life where you travel the world without worrying about your bank account. You see a destination on a map, and instead of saying, "I wish I could go there someday," you say, "Let's book the flight today." Imagine walking into a store, seeing something you love, and purchasing it without guilt, hesitation, or second-guessing whether you can afford it. Imagine not only meeting your financial obligations with ease, but having more than enough to bless others, to give freely, to create opportunities for those around you. The video's message is clear. Financial overflow is not an impossibility. It is a reality waiting for you. You were not created to live paycheck to paycheck, constantly wondering how you will make ends meet. You were meant to live in abundance. And the most radical part, the shift from financial stress to financial freedom, is not something that happens gradually. It happens suddenly, like a floodgate opening. Consider this. When rain pours down in abundance, does it stop to ask if the land deserves it? No, it simply flows, nourishing everything in its path. This is how financial blessings will enter your life, not as a slow trickle, but as an unstoppable current. One day, you will wake up and realize that the struggle is over. The years of hardship, the nights of worry, the sacrifices that felt endless, all of it was preparing you for this moment. And when it comes, it will feel surreal. You will spend money like water, not out of recklessness, but out of the deep, unshakable knowing that you are divinely provided for. Think about the freedom that kind of wealth brings. Not just the ability to afford things, but the ability to make choices without fear. Fear of lack, fear of unexpected expenses, fear of losing what little you have. All of that disappears. Instead, you operate from a place of certainty. You walk into every situation knowing that money will never be an issue again. This is a transformation in the way you experience life. It's no longer about worrying if you'll have enough. It's about stepping into a reality where you always have more than enough. This new reality is not about reckless spending. It's about understanding the flow of wealth. When you are in divine alignment, money is a tool, not a burden. You don't hoard it out of fear of running out. You let it flow, knowing that as you give, you receive. You invest in yourself, in your loved ones, in experiences that enrich your soul. You no longer approach money with stress, anxiety, or hesitation. You move with confidence because you know your wealth is secure. And here's the most powerful part. This shift isn't just about money. It's about a total rewiring of how you see yourself and your future. The person who once hesitated, who once felt limited by financial constraints, who once believed that wealth was for others but not for them, that person no longer exists. Instead, you step into a new version of yourself, a version that understands that abundance is not something to fear, but something to embrace. Think about the doors this kind of financial freedom opens. The ability to give without limitation. How many times have you wished you could help someone in need, but couldn't because you were barely making it yourself? Imagine never having to say no to generosity again. Imagine being able to fund dreams, build businesses, create opportunities, and change lives because your cup is overflowing. This vision is not a fantasy. It is a reality waiting for you to claim it. The only thing standing between you and financial overflow is alignment. Once you stop chasing money and start trusting that it is already on its way to you, the game changes. The floodgates open, the wealth flows, and you step into a life where money is no longer a limitation. It is a tool that empowers you to live freely, fully, and without fear. For far too long, we've been programmed to believe that money is something we must relentlessly chase, that financial success is a reward only for those who grind the hardest, sacrifice the most, and struggle endlessly. But what if that belief is completely false? What if wealth was never meant to be something you chase, but something that naturally flows to you? The video delivers a radical shift in perspective, one that dismantles the traditional mindset about money and replaces it with a powerful new understanding. Wealth is not something you earn through struggle, but something you align with and receive effortlessly. Imagine standing beside a river. The water moves freely, effortlessly, without resistance. It doesn't struggle to flow, it just does. And just as you don't need to chase a river to drink from it, you don't need to chase money for it to flow into your life. The more you push, stress, and chase, the more you disrupt the natural current of abundance. But when you let go, trust, and align, you find that wealth comes with ease. The problem is that most people have been conditioned to fear lack. They hold on to money so tightly that they create a blockage, preventing more from flowing in. It's like clenching a fist. When your hand is closed, nothing can come in. True financial freedom requires an open hand, an open heart, and a deep trust that money will always flow back to you. This is why the wealthy don't see money as something to hoard or fear losing. They see it as a tool, something to be used, circulated, and multiplied. The key takeaway: the more you chase money, the more it runs. The moment you stop obsessing over financial struggles and instead trust the process, align your energy, and believe in divine provision, everything changes. Suddenly you start noticing opportunities you never saw before. Money begins showing up in unexpected ways. Doors that once seemed locked fly open effortlessly. The world shifts, and you begin to understand that wealth is not created through force, but through flow. This concept is especially powerful because it directly challenges deeply ingrained financial fears. Most people believe that the only way to break free from lack is to work harder, sacrifice more, and constantly worry about money. But what if worry itself is the very thing blocking your abundance? If money is energy, and it is, then how you think and feel about it determines how it moves in your life. When you stress about money, you operate from a place of lack, and lack attracts more lack. But when you embrace the mindset of abundance, everything shifts. When you stop worrying about how, and instead trust that provision is already on its way, you align yourself with financial overflow. The video reinforces this by using powerful metaphors, not just the river, but also the idea of a floodgate opening. Think about it. When a dam is released, water doesn't trickle out slowly, it rushes forth in an unstoppable wave. That is how financial blessings work for those who step into alignment. It's not a slow, gradual process, it's a dramatic shift. When you understand that money is always flowing, always available, always abundant, and that you were never meant to struggle for it, you finally give yourself permission to receive. But how do you step into this flow? The answer is alignment. It's about shifting your mindset from "I have to work endlessly for wealth" to "wealth is already mine, I just have to step into it." It means eliminating limiting beliefs, letting go of financial fears, and trusting that money is not something that comes and goes, but something that is always circulating, always replenishing, always available. This is why the wealthy think differently. They don't ask, "How will I afford this?" They ask, "How can I allow more abundance into my life?" They don't see money as a limited resource. They see it as an endless flow, an ever-renewing current of opportunity. And because of this belief, they attract money effortlessly. For those who have spent years struggling financially, this message is liberating. It removes the burden of constantly fighting for survival and replaces it with a new reality, one where financial abundance is not only possible, but inevitable. The video reassures viewers that the moment they stop chasing money and start receiving it, everything will change. And this brings us to the most important realization. You were never meant to struggle. You were never meant to live in financial fear. You were always meant to walk in abundance. The world may have told you otherwise, but the truth is that money is flowing like a river, and all you have to do is step into it. For too long, society has conditioned people to believe that wealth is reserved for a select few, the privileged, the lucky, or those who hustle endlessly. But what if the very mindset you've been taught about money is the reason financial abundance has seemed so distant? The video presents a radical shift in thinking. Money is not something you chase, it's something you attract. Your beliefs, thoughts, and energy dictate whether wealth flows effortlessly into your life or remains just out of reach. If you constantly tell yourself, "Money is hard to get," or "I'll never be financially free," then you are programming your subconscious to make those statements a reality. Every thought is either a key that opens doors or a lock that keeps you trapped in limitation. This is why limiting beliefs are the greatest roadblocks to financial freedom. Not the economy, not circumstances, and not even past mistakes. When your mind is conditioned to expect struggle, it creates struggle. But when your mind is trained to expect abundance, you start seeing opportunities, breakthroughs, and financial blessings that were invisible before. The video emphasizes a crucial truth. You must believe wealth is meant for you before it can manifest in your life. And this isn't just about positive thinking. It's about rewiring your subconscious to accept money as a natural and unlimited resource. One of the most powerful tools for reprogramming the mind is affirmation. Speaking words like, "money flows to me effortlessly," or "I am worthy of financial overflow," is not just a motivational exercise. It is a way to rewrite the story you tell yourself about wealth. The subconscious mind does not differentiate between reality and imagination. If you tell yourself daily that you are stepping into financial freedom, limitless opportunities, and security, your subconscious will align. Suddenly you notice money coming from unexpected places, doors opening that were once closed, and opportunities appearing that seemed impossible before. Another powerful tool: visualization. The world's most successful people don't just work hard, they see their success before it happens. If you can't imagine financial freedom, you are unknowingly rejecting the very thing you desire. The video challenges viewers to picture their ideal financial future in vivid detail, to mentally step into a life where they wake up every morning with no financial worries, where wealth flows effortlessly, and where money is never a source of fear. The more detailed the vision, the faster it materializes, because the mind attracts what it focuses on. But perhaps the biggest breakthrough in the video is this: money is not earned, it is aligned with. This flies in the face of everything we've been taught. From childhood, we are conditioned to believe that wealth is only the result of hard work, that money is something you must fight for, and that financial success is reserved for the few who deserve it. But in reality, the wealthiest people operate from a completely different mindset. They don't stress about money. They don't constantly chase it. Instead, they expect it to flow to them because they believe it's their birthright. And because of this deep-rooted expectation, money does flow to them, not because they're lucky, but because their beliefs attract financial overflow instead of financial struggle. Now compare that to someone who constantly worries about bills, who believes money is scarce, who fears they'll never have enough. That person repels wealth, not because of bad luck, but because their mind is locked in a scarcity cycle. The video presents a groundbreaking idea. You don't have to work harder to get rich, you have to think differently. The moment you let go of limiting beliefs and start embracing financial abundance as your new reality, everything shifts. The ultimate takeaway: you must believe you are worthy of wealth before you can receive it. If deep down you still feel undeserving, or if you associate money with guilt or struggle, you will subconsciously push it away. But when you align your thoughts, energy, and beliefs with wealth, the floodgates open. This is why this message is so powerful. It's not just about money. It's about breaking free from limitations, rewriting your financial destiny, and stepping into a life where abundance is your new normal. Wealth was never meant to be difficult. It was never meant to be something you beg for. It was always meant to flow freely to those who are aligned with it. And the moment you shift your mindset, you shift your entire reality. There's a reason why some people seem to attract wealth effortlessly, while others struggle endlessly. It all comes down to alignment. The video introduces a powerful idea. Money is not random. It flows directly through your divine purpose. This means financial success isn't just about working harder or chasing opportunities. It's about stepping into the exact role you were created for. When you align with your true calling, wealth doesn't just find you, it chases you. But here's the catch. Most people aren't walking in their purpose. They're stuck in jobs they hate, pursuing paths that don't resonate with their soul, and wondering why abundance keeps slipping through their fingers. So why does purpose matter? Because your purpose is directly connected to your provision. Think about it. Your unique gifts, talents, and passions were given to you for a reason. They are not random. They are tools designed to bring both fulfillment and financial overflow into your life. When you walk in your purpose, you are in the flow of divine abundance. Doors open effortlessly, opportunities appear, and resources come from places you never expected. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's a law of the universe. Those who live in alignment with their calling don't have to stress about money because provision follows purpose. But what happens when you ignore your purpose, when you chase money instead of meaning? The struggle begins. You feel drained. You feel stuck. You feel like no matter how hard you work, financial freedom always seems just out of reach. That's because when you operate outside of your divine calling, you are working against the flow rather than with it. You can still make money, but it will come through stress, frustration, and constant striving, never through the ease and abundance that comes from alignment. Here's the secret. True wealth is not something you earn, it's something you step into. The moment you start walking in your divine calling, money begins to move differently in your life. Instead of hustling for every dollar, opportunities start appearing organically. Instead of worrying about lack, you start experiencing overflow. It's not magic, it's the result of finally operating in the space where you were always meant to be. But how do you find your purpose? The video suggests looking inward. What do you love doing? What comes naturally to you? What gifts do people recognize in you? Your purpose isn't hidden. It's been inside you all along, waiting for you to stop doubting and start stepping boldly into it. When you operate in alignment with your true calling, your energy shifts. People start to notice, doors begin to open, and before you know it, money flows effortlessly because you're finally where you were meant to be. Now, imagine a life where you never have to worry about finances again. Not because you won the lottery or landed some high-paying job, but because you are living in full alignment with your destiny. This is the life that awaits those who understand that prosperity is not about luck. It's about divine alignment. Once you step into purpose, everything changes. The struggle ends, the flow begins, and financial freedom becomes your new reality. There's a reason why some people experience seasons of financial overflow while others seem stuck in a cycle of struggle. It all comes down to understanding the rhythm of abundance. The video presents a compelling analogy. Wealth is like the ocean. Some days it arrives gently, like soft waves lapping at the shore. Other times it rushes in like a powerful tidal wave, bringing more than you ever imagined. And just like the ocean, abundance has its own divine timing. Your role is not to force it, but to trust the process. But here's where most people struggle. They panic when the waves seem to recede. They assume that because their financial situation isn't changing fast enough, they are being abandoned, forgotten, or left behind. But what if the waiting periods are actually part of the process? What if the times of stillness are necessary, preparing you for the next great surge of abundance? Just because you can't see the wave forming doesn't mean it isn't building. The ocean is always moving beneath the surface, even when it looks calm. The same is true for divine provision. God is working behind the scenes, aligning resources, connections, and opportunities that will appear exactly when you need them. Many people operate from a place of fear and scarcity, constantly worrying about money and trying to control every financial outcome. But here's the truth. Control is an illusion. No matter how much you strategize, plan, or work harder, true wealth flows through divine timing, not human effort. That's why some people grind endlessly but never experience overflow, while others seem to attract wealth effortlessly. It's not about effort, it's about alignment. When you trust the waves of abundance, you stop chasing money and start allowing it to come to you. The key is to surrender to the rhythm of divine provision. Imagine standing in the ocean, trying to stop the waves with your hands. It's impossible. The more you resist, the more exhausted you become. But when you relax and move with the current, you experience effortless momentum. The same principle applies to financial blessings. Instead of worrying about when the next paycheck will come, how the bills will get paid, or if you'll ever reach financial freedom, choose to trust the process. Know that each wave of abundance is on its way. in its perfect time. But here's the real secret. When you truly trust the waves, they come more frequently. When you release control and operate in faith instead of fear, money flows into your life in unexpected ways. You no longer live paycheck to paycheck because you understand that financial blessings are not about timing, they are about trust. And the more you surrender, the greater the abundance that comes rushing in. So ask yourself, are you resisting the waves or are you flowing with them? Are you trying to force outcomes or are you allowing divine provision to work in your favor? The moment you shift your mindset and embrace the rhythm of abundance, you will never experience financial stress the same way again. The ocean never stops moving, and neither does divine provision. Your only job is to trust the waves and watch how effortlessly wealth finds its way to you. This is not just about money. It's about stepping into a new identity, a new reality, and a new way of life. A future where financial freedom is not an unreachable dream, but the standard for those who walk in divine alignment. The chosen ones will not merely experience abundance, they will embody it. Imagine a world where wealth is no longer something you chase, but something that chases you. Where opportunities are no longer scarce, but overflowing. Where you don't just receive blessings, you become the vessel through which blessings flow to others. This is the life that awaits those who truly believe, who trust, and who are ready to walk in the fullness of their divine inheritance. Now is the time to step forward. Step into this new reality. Stop waiting for permission to receive what has already been promised to you. Embrace financial freedom with confidence. Know that abundance is not something you hope for, but something you claim. Live as though the breakthrough has already happened, because in the divine realm, it already has. The struggles, the doubts, and the scarcity mindset are things of the past. You were never meant to live in lack. The shift is already happening. The floodgates are opening, and the only thing left to do is align yourself with the flow. This is more than just a financial message. It's a spiritual awakening, a radical redefinition of what it means to be wealthy, not just in material possessions, but in purpose, power, and divine favor. This video has taken you on a journey from struggle to supernatural abundance, from limitation to limitless potential. And the final revelation: your time of financial breakthrough is not coming, it's already here. The only question is, are you ready to receive it?